Good evening, beloved to Christ. Christ is risen. A while ago, I heard about an interesting phenomenon in Japan. You'll find lots of these beautiful little bowls and plates and cups that clearly were broken at some point, but were pieced back together, oftentimes with precious metals like gold or silver. And in the minds of many of their owners, these objects which once were broken are now even more beautiful and even more desirable. And that's why they were seen as worthy of being repaired with something, frankly, much more precious than its original constituent ingredients. I think there's something really remarkable about this, in seeing damage and brokenness as an integral part of something's history and necessarily giving way to something beautiful. When our Lord was resurrected from the dead, what did he say to the disciples? What did he say to Thomas, who had been absent from the first appearing that our Lord gave, bringing them comfort that he in fact was no longer dead, that he was with them? He said, "Look at my hands. Place your finger in my side." Our Lord was resurrected with his wounds, with his own marks of brokenness. And he transcended those marks which could have represented something evil and sad and despicable. And instead, in resurrection, in defeating death, those very wounds became something beautiful, and they became an invitation to life and life everlasting. And so each and every one of us now exists, just like those little broken plates and cups, on the way towards being like our Lord, warts and all, a story of God's salvation and his goodness. And so perhaps we should be a little bit like the Japanese and show a little bit of pride in our brokenness and in our weakness, because they're part of the beautiful story that God has worked to tell of our lives. Christ is risen.